her smile. Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can never tell, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
Good morning, Ted.
Yeah.
This is for you. It's an advance copy of an article in this week's Sunday Supplement about me.
Wow. A whole page. Marie, did you see the spread on Sue Ann?
Oh, yeah. But you don't notice it so much when she sits down.
This article has put me in such a good mood, I'm not going to bother to trade insults with you about our respective physical shortcomings.
Oh.
Is Lou in?
Yeah, he is. What are you doing?
Just checking my lipstick, dear.
Marie. Says here Sue Ann makes $47,000 a year. That's $2,000 more than I make. That's obscene. That's outrageous. She doesn't deserve it.
Ted, don't come to me for sympathy. You make twice as much as I make.
Mary, there's no place in this business for petty jealousy. Hey, Sue Ann, that's really a great article. Say, tell me, is it really all accurate what they say here?
Well, not entirely. They did get a couple of things wrong, especially the part about the salary. I earn much more than that.
That's not fair, Mary. Sue Ann makes more money than me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a male chauvinist. I think a woman should get paid what she's worth. I just don't believe any woman is worth more than a man.
Good morning.
Mary, do you know what Sue Ann takes home every week?
3 sailors, a tree surgeon, and the boy in the mailroom. Mr. Grant, you know that story on organized crime in the Twin Cities you wanted us to do?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, I think I have a lead. I met yesterday with a man who used to be involved with them. He's retired now.
Well, what'd he say?
Well, he didn't trust me at first. He said that the people in the news media are always giving a very negative view of what they do. You know, the bad things, how they're always killing people. He said just once, why don't you mention how many people we don't kill?
Point.
Anyway, here's a summary of everything he told me. I think we have the makings of a terrific documentary.
Hey, this is great, Mary, great.
He told me something else that really disturbs me.
What's that?
Well, he said that they send a lot of people to medical school, law school, pay their tuitions.
Yeah, sure. An old story. Then the mob's got a hold on them if they need them. So what else is new?
Well, so what else is new is that he told me that one of the people they sent to law school about 15 years ago was, and boy, this is hard to believe, Brian Nordquist.
Congressman Brian Nordquist?
Yeah, I mean, it really shattered me.
Why?
Because I know the man. I know his family. I went to college with his wife. I mean, I really believe in him. I've worked in every one of his campaigns. I just can't believe I misjudged someone like that.
Oh, we all make mistakes, Mary. I once voted for Miss Rheingold and found out later that she was a female impersonator. And a darn good one, I might add.
Dad, don't be funny. I mean, if this should get out about Brian, it could ruin his whole political career.
What do you mean, if it gets out? This is a great news story if it's true.
Oh, no. No, Mr. Grant, what I told you was in confidence. That wasn't part of the story.
Mary, it is now. Mary, this is news. The people have a right to know.
All right. Don't you at least owe it to Brian to get his side of it? A denial, at least?
Okay. Set up a meeting.
I'll call him right now.
Did you read the article? It says Sue Ann makes more money than I do.
So what?
You lied, Lou. You went around telling everybody that I was the highest paid person here.
No, Ted, no. You got it wrong. I said you're the most overpaid person.
Aha! I knew it was something like that.
All I ask is that you don't prejudge the guy, Mr. Grant. Just keep an open mind. Be fair. See, I remember when Gail, that's his wife, and I were freshmen in college, he really wanted to go out with Brian. Even then, he was student body president.
Mary, will you stop with all the folklore about Brian Nordquist? I told you I was going to be open-minded
Well,
about
I'm just
this.
trying to show you how honest he's always been. Anyway, they went out on their first date, and the car ran out of gas, way out in some isolated place. But across the road, there was a construction site. And Gail wanted him to siphon gas out of one of the tractors.
So?
Brian wouldn't do it. Instead, they waited in the cold for hours until help came.
Well, that really is admirable of the guy. I mean, to prefer huddling in a car with a beautiful girl to sucking gasoline through her. But you know by now about politicians.
What do you mean?
Professional charmers. They can make you believe anything. This guy will walk in here, and I'll say, "Nice to meet you, Congressman," and he'll say, "Please, I insist, call me Brian." And you'll say, "Would you like a drink?" And he'll say, "Oh, no, thanks. I'm campaigning. Maybe a Coke."
Just wait till you meet him.
Yeah.
Hi, Brian. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Oh, Brian, I'd like you to meet my boss and friend, Lou Grant. This is Congressman Brian Nordquist.
Mr. Grant?
Call me Lou.
Okay, Lou.
I suppose you want me to call you Brian.
Well, as a matter of fact, I kind of like the sound of congressman, if you don't mind. I worked so hard to get it.
Can I get you a drink?
I'll have a scotch. I am campaigning. You better make that a double. Gail says hello, Mary. She wanted to come tonight, but she has a meeting.
Oh? What kind of meeting?
PTA.
PTA. How's little Billy?
Terrific. He's got the best batting average on his little league team.
Oh, did you hear that, Mr. Grant? Little Lee. And how's little Sharon?
Wonderful. She just joined the Girl Scouts.
No. And little Linda?
She's taking ballet.
Oh, and how's little Billy?
You already asked about little
Yeah,
Bill.
right.
I think Lou'd probably like to get down to business. I was thinking about it on the way over here tonight. I don't know who your source is, Lou, but it would be his word against mine. After 15 years, what could be proved, right?
Right. What could be proved?
Well, what the hell? Why play games? Listen, I was a slum kid. No money, no way in the world to get through college, law school. Had a buddy in high school. Turned out his uncle was a part of the syndicate. They offered, I took it.
And it's true.
But it's also very straightforward.
Mary, you ever pay it back?
It took me 3 years, but I did it.
Can you prove it?
They don't take checks, Lou.
Did they ever come to you for favors, deals, huh?
Once, I said no, that was it.
Well, there you are.
Where are we?
You've got a story and I've got an election. Now, you run the story. I might not win the election, so I'd rather you didn't. But it's your decision. Listen, I have to run. I've got a fundraiser in a few minutes. Thanks for the drink, Mary. So long, Lou.
Brian, thank you for stopping by, and thank you for clearing up what I'm sure we all agree was a very minor, very unimportant...
I'm gonna air it, Congressman.
Mr. Grant.
I'm gonna put it on.
Oh, but you can't.
That's all right, Mary. Lou, if I had your job, I think I'd do the same thing. Would you mind telling me something? How did you two find out about this whole thing?
It comes from a guy who used to be connected with the mob.
Mob, huh? That's funny. I knew they robbed and killed and beat people up. I never knew they gossiped.
Morning.
Oh, hi. How'd it go last night?
Oh, well, Brian was fantastic. He explained away the whole thing completely and honestly. Mr. Grant says we're going to do the story anyway.
Why?
Because he is stubborn, pig-headed, and obstinate.
Well, as long as Lou had a good reason.
Murray, I've never fought him on a story before, but I am going to fight him on this one. And what's more, I'm going to whip him.
You're gonna whip Lou Grant?
Ooh.
Lou, need any help? Lou Grant. The name comes trippingly to the tongue. Oh, great, magnificent ogre. Lou Grant. He called me last night. I think he may have been drinking.
What makes you think that?
He called her, didn't he? Sue Ann, did you ever think you might be a more attractive woman if you didn't earn quite as much?
You just wait, Murray. When Mr. Grant walks through that door, I'm going to win my fight.
Oh, dear, sweet, eternally optimistic Mary, thinking she's going to win a fight with someone she calls Mr. Grant.
No. Sue Ann, I call him Mr. Grant because I want to, not because I feel I have to. I started calling him Mr. Grant 6 years ago. It was comfortable then, it's comfortable now. It's what I want to call him, it's what I'm going to call him. Lou.
You talking to me?
Yes, Mr. Grant. Could I talk to you, Lou?
No, it's about your friend Nordquist.
Lou, you were so cute when you called me last night.
Oh, I called you by accident. I didn't know it was your number written on the wall.
They say it doesn't pay to advertise.
Get started on a Nordquist story, Murray.
Murray, don't you write a thing until I discuss it with Lou.
All right. All right. To show you I'm still open-minded about all this, I'll hear you out. Go right on in. Write it up. You called me Lou again. You mad at me?
No, I am not mad at you. Why is it everyone else around here can call you Lou and not be accused of being mad at you? I call you Lou and you think I'm mad.
Then you're not mad.
You bet I am. Listen, Mr. Grant, after you left last night, I did a great deal of soul searching, as I'm sure you did too.
Soul searching? Mary, any man who calls Sue Ann Nibbins at 4 o'clock in the morning isn't searching for soul.
Whatever. Did it ever occur to you, Mr. Grant, to take into account all the good Brian Nordquist has done for this community, and quite possibly in the future for this country?
Yes. But it also occurred to me that it isn't our job to decide what's best for the country. It's our job to put out the news and let the country decide.
No, we just got to talk about more money.
Ted, you're not getting any more money.
Mr. Grant, you are doing a great injustice to a fine man.
My mind is made up.
But he is respected and admired by everybody in this city. In this state. Yes, in this country.
I'm sorry.
Well, if you're going to let this happen, then I can't stand by and be a party to it.
The case is closed, Mary.
Then I quit.
That's a real friend. A real friend. Say, now that Mary's off the payroll, maybe you can afford to give me that raise. Oh, I guess not.
Come on, Mayor, calm down. Cool it. Don't do anything in a hurry.
Murray, I am perfectly calm. But unless Mr. Grant relents, I go.
Come on, guys. Lou's not going to break up the newsroom team just because he wouldn't give me a raise.
Oh, Ted, this has nothing to do with your raise. Mary is quitting because she doesn't want to run a story that she feels can ruin the congressman's career.
You'd quit over a silly thing like that?
You're wacko, Mary. Murray, you got the stuff on the Nordquist story. Write it up for Ted. I want it to lead off the evening news.
Sure, Lou, sure, but I'm in the middle of a piece on hamster diseases. Yeah, and then I've got a human interest thing I have to do about this retired dentist who's just completed a mural of Hubert Humphrey made entirely of old teeth. But after that, Lou, I'll be very happy.
Murray.
Now?
Now.
Yeah, now.
I'll get him to do it. Leave it to me. Lou?
What is it?
Oh, hey, big fella. Sure. You know? You follow me? Sure you do. Oh, you old son of a gun. Well, you and me, I mean, the both of us, marry me. Hey. Hey. Come on. Son of a gun, what do you say? Get out of here.
tried.
What are you working on?
I'm preparing a list of things my replacement, she or he, should know about. Mostly schedules, technical things like that. I sort of go into the philosophy of working here, how it's necessary to eliminate any feelings of, well, humanity. To become a cog in an impersonal machine, just grind it out, unthinking, uncaring.
All right.
Lou, are you sure you want me to write this?
Forget it, Murray. I'll write the story myself.
And read it on the air, too?
All right.
And a good evening. This is Ted Baxter bringing you the evening news. First in the headlines this evening is a fast-breaking election bulletin, which we will bring you later on if we have time.
Now, Ted.
Oh, what the heck, we'll make time. Congressman Brian Nordquist, three-term incumbent from Minneapolis and candidate for re-election in tomorrow's primary, has admitted that his law school education some 15 years ago was financed in large part by persons believed to have ties with organized crime. There's been no allegation of wrongdoing on the part of the Congressman Nordquist, who claims to have repaid the loan a number of years ago. For an update on this story, stay tuned to this channel. I'm sorry, Mary, he made me do it.
I don't have to see the rest of
Now,
it.
word from one of us.
Sure, Mary.
Well, nobody said when I took this job 6 years ago it was going to be permanent. Maybe I've been here too long anyway.
Listen, Mary,
That's all right, I understand, Mr. Grant. You made your choice, and now I have to make my choice. My resignation will be on your desk in the morning. Good night, Mr. Grant.
Mary?
Good night, Murray.
Lou? Lou, you just gonna let her go like that?
Oh, don't worry, Mary. She'll think it over. She'll be back.
Oh, no, she won't, Lou. She's just as big a blockhead as you are.
You better take that back, Murray.
All right, you're right, Lou. Nobody's as big a blockhead as you are.
Okay, Lou, I did your dirty work. Now do I get that raise?
Now, Ted, you are treating the most dedicated, caring person around here. The backbone of this whole operation like dirt. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Lou. And listen, if you don't change your mind, I may just hand in my resignation.
Did you hear that? The good Lord has blessed me with many friends.
Not a damn one of them has any pull around here.
Who is it?
Lou. Grant.
I'm glad to see you.
I just happened to be in the neighborhood, just happened to have a bottle with me. You know.
Would you like a drink?
It's champagne. I don't drink champagne.
Then why did you bring it?
Because you're not the kind of girl a guy brings a bottle of gin to.
Well, come in.
So, what are you up to?
I was just typing up my resignation.
Uh-huh. How's it going?
Well, I'm having trouble with the salutation.
Oh, salutation. Huh.
I tried, Dear Mr. Grant, but, you know, that sounds too... I mean, even though I do call you Mr. Grant, formal on paper, like I'm mad or hurt, you know, and I'm not.
Yeah. Well, what's the other choice?
Well, I tried Dear Lou, but, you know, when we were working together, I always called you Mr. Grant, and now that we're not working together, I call you Dear Lou.
Well, I don't know. Try it out loud.
Dear Lou.
It's not bad. Try it again.
Dear Lou.
Sounds better all the time. What else did you want to say?
Well, I don't know. I've never typed a resignation before. I got a writer's block.
Sit down. I'll help you.
You will?
Yeah, sure. Sit down. Dear Lou. Look all right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Mm-hmm. Whoever was right, whoever was wrong, is not important. What is important are the good times, the good feelings, the respect, the affection that we had every day of these last 6 years. To get the job done. To get the job done. And to have fun doing it is something very rare to have shared. I hope we both keep this alive and carry it with us wherever we go. With these thoughts, please accept my resignation. Mary. Mary, you really gonna do this?
Yes,
Why?
because I have to. Because I said I would. I mean, what good is my word if I say I'm going to resign and then I don't? What are you doing?
I can't accept the resignation of someone who writes a beautiful letter like this.
Dear Lou.
See you tomorrow, Mary.
See you tomorrow, Mr. Grant.
Friday at 8, 7 Central on My Network TV.
Good friend Nordquist ahead by a mile.
You're kidding.
Huh?
After the story we did on him?
Well, I guess the voters don't care what a politician did then, just as long as they like what he's doing now.
Or more likely that nobody listens to Ted.
Okay, Lou.
We're gonna have a showdown on the question of my raise. We're gonna have it right now.
Hey, Ted, you hear the good news? Mary isn't quitting.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, do I get that raise or not?
No, Ted, forget it.
Okay. I see how things work around here. The only way to get results from you is by threats. Now, hear this. Either I get that raise or I quit.
No raise.
Very well, I quit. Lou, did you hear what I said? I quit.
Yeah, Ted, I heard you. You quit.
If I take a cut in pay, will you let me come back? Please.
When the crime is homicide.
Where were you last night?
She knew that you were suing.
You think I killed them with my bare hands? You have bodyguards?
You poisoned him, and that's your story.
Why would I do that?
You hothead? It's a body at the morgue. And what got him there?
All the questions.
Who are you? Your worst nightmare.
Lead to one answer.
Thou shalt not kill.
Oh, it's fun here.
Law and Order: Criminal Intent. Thursday at 8/7 Central on My Network TV.